Hi, I'm Tao. I'm also known as the happy virus. I like to spread joy to others. And yeah, I am a very colorful person, and I'm currently playing Anne Boleyn on the Western production of Six the Musical.
Amazing. And then I start my interviews by rolling all the way back to your beginnings, really. So
Yeah.
where did your kind of love of performing and the arts begin?
I would just say in school, like in secondary school, where we could even choose what we wanted to do for our GCSEs, I guess. I've always been drawn to music, art, always going towards the creative side rather than the academic side. And I was really exposed to theatre as my auntie and uncle are very massive theatre goers. So I remember when I was like 12 or 13, my first show that I've seen was Return of the Forbidden Planet. And it's like a
Yeah.
proper rock. I know. So it's like a
Yeah.
proper rock thing. And I remember having dinner the night before, like on the night and going, and I just felt so much buzz and inspiration. And I was like, oh, I would absolutely love to do something like that. And yeah, I've just really I've always been doing extracurricular things like choirs, really random, and entering myself in music competitions as
Yeah.
well. So I think that's kind of where it's all stemmed from. And now I'm just kind of just letting it out there.
Yeah. As you should.
Yeah.
And then obviously, were there any big standout? I know obviously Return to the Forbidden Planet, maybe the first one, obviously, but was there any other like big standout performances or shows that you saw that kind of decided this is for me?
Oh my goodness. I remember the one that I really remember the most is seeing probably Rachel Tucker as Elphaba in Wicked and after Defying Gravity and that blackout.
Yeah.
And I had honestly tears and goosebumps at the same time. And I was like, oh my God, how can someone have this effect on
Yeah.
me?
Yeah.
And I was like, I would absolutely like love to try that. So I guess that's something that I remember the most. And I was a huge ABBA fan as well. So Mamma Mia, yearly trips to Mamma Mia.
Yes.
So yeah,
Obviously, six is where you are now.
yes.
And obviously, by the time you've joined it, it's already this massive institution that it is kind of now. But
Yeah.
what kind of, I don't know, it's obvious what drew you to it, really. But what kind of drew you to want to be part of it?
I think how relatable it is. It's so, like I said in the beginning, I introduced myself as a really colorful person, and I feel that show is itself very colorful. It celebrates um, everyone of different backgrounds, and the show like contains so many um, different styles of songs as well, and it's very current. I think that's what it is. It's very current, very relatable, um, and it's just fun. I think that's what really attracted me to it as well. Yeah.
And obviously, on the historical side, did you
Yes.
lean into any of that when you get in the auditions and get the part?
Oh yeah, I mean, we had to during the whole like rehearsal process, and also knowing the queen that we were auditioning for, we kind of had to do kind of background research anyway, and they
Yeah.
would tell you more of, you know, the kind of life that they've lived, and we were required to do some reading and passages because obviously in school, in primary school or
Yeah.
beginning of secondary school, we all had to learn about Henry VIII, right, and the six
Yes.
wives, but we never really actually delved into their individual lives. So I think that was really important for me anyway to be entering the show. I had to study more so that I could have a better understanding of their journey and to make authentic connections to what I would be performing on stage as well.
And is there any pressure on yourself when you are joining a show like Six that, like you say, has got such a following already, and you're going
Yeah.
to step into that new role and that expectation that comes with it?
Oh my God, definitely. Especially, yeah, when it's been there for a while. So I believe this is like the sixth year that we're celebrating six.
Yeah,
How
yeah,
fitting.
yes,
But it's just, yeah, I mean, it's a show that tells a story of how, we should support each other and not compare, right? But at the same time, there's just it's expanding so quickly, and there's so like multiple productions are happening, which is insane to see. It's amazing. And to see so many incredible performers that have done it before, I think people kind of gravitate towards how, a queen should be played or whatnot, And so I guess I have that kind of pressure of hoping that they also enjoy what I can bring to the table also. I think that, yeah, I'll say that's the most pressurizing bit.
Yeah, and obviously I think Six is one of the better shows for celebrating its diversity as well.
Yeah.
Obviously, for you guys, it's just amazing how it does that. How is that for you?
Oh, I love it. It's like colorblind casting, and I really appreciate that because it's not on how you look or where you come from. It's purely on passion and skill. So I feel like, yeah, it's really beautiful to see that, especially in this time and age.
And obviously, like you say, you're a positive, happy person. But how do
Yeah.
you manage the kind of social media side of being in Six? Because it's kind of obviously it's everywhere and it's kind of constant.
It's overwhelming, right? I mean, I
Yeah,
honestly had zero expectations. I had no idea what to expect. I didn't
yeah,
even know how big it was, like the extent of it. And so
yeah.
at first, yeah, I was very overwhelmed, but I was showered with quite a lot of positivity. And yeah, if there was something that was negative, then I guess everyone's allowed to have their opinions, right? So um I'm just very accepting of it, and I just be like, no, I completely understand, and we just move on. Like I don't let that affect me personally at all.
And I guess it's nice then, obviously, the way to connect to the fan base. Obviously, you can do the TikTok lives and Instagram lives
Yeah.
and all that. How's that for you?
Oh, it's fun. I honestly find it like a relief. Like obviously people see us as queens on stage, very
Yeah,
like prim and proper, but also like cool pop stars. But at
yeah.
the same time, it's nice for them to see how we are actually in real life. Like I'm just bonkers. So when I'm on live, I'm just like, this is me.
Yeah.
This is actually me. Yeah.
And then
So
obviously
no,
you've been for the show kind of a few months now, but what do you think it's taught you as a person?
that it's absolutely acceptable to be whoever you want to be. I think that's the biggest thing, and doesn't matter. Like how can I say this? Um, there's just no fear of judgment at all. I think that's what it is. I really learned just to be free, really.
Yeah,
Yeah.
great answer.
I'm like, is there like a right or wrong things to these?
No, but
Okay.
it's a great answer. Very empowering.
Yay.
Then how do you get into that headspace for a performance? Obviously, the audience is, you can already hear the audience before you go on stage and that buzz that's in the auditorium. But how do you get into that headspace for that moment when you walk out, the curtains there, and obviously Ex-Wives begins?
Oh my goodness. Oh, it's really weird. Like I don't feel like it's a stage at all. I
Yeah,
genuinely feel like it feels weird, but like my own bedroom, and I'm just like
yeah,
having fun. It really feels like that for me. So I don't feel like it's like a performing, really. I just feel like it's just la 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 la.
yeah.
Yeah.
Does that,
And
I
then
guess, does that keep you more grounded when you kind of like thinking it like that rather than thinking,
I
oh, I'm gonna,
think so. I think so. I think if it's as a performance and I have to get everything right,
yeah,
and I have to be a certain way, then it will get into my head and I'd probably stumble and be like,
yeah,
too many
like
people. Stage fright. But
yeah,
no. Yeah. And also I feel like I'm just having fun with my friends, you know? So it's all
yes,
good.
which is great. But then, if I was Anne Boleyn in this room with you
Yes.
now,
Oh.
what would you ask her?
Well, on a non-serious note, I'll say, where did you get that dress from?
Yeah,
Because I know that from what I've read, she was very known for her French fashion in the court.
Yeah.
That's what got her the attention as well. And I was like, oh, so I always want to know what she wore.
Yeah.
And on a more serious note, I would actually probably ask her um, if she knew that her life, how can I word this? Let me think. Yeah, if she knew her actions would have led her to her beheading, would
Yeah.
she have done anything different? I think that's probably what I would ask her.
Great question. You are solid. You're in.
Oh, 10 out of 10.
But then, how do you think you would have fared if you were thrown into Tudor life?
I don't think I would have stand a chance. Oh, I think I'm way too carefree and bubbly, and I don't think that would have gone down well in the Tudor court. Life seemed really difficult, and like I'd probably have to be really cautious of what I'd say or how I'd act because, you know, you always hear things like, "Oh, gossip would fly around," and
Yeah.
with those serious death penalties, I don't think I would last very long at all. And all the rules and restrictions as well. Um, and what is it? Like disease and starvation. I heard that there was
Yeah.
shorter life
Yeah.
expectancy as well in general. And to become a queen, the pressure of having a male heir,
Yeah.
that would be way too stressful.
Yes. Like, yeah.
Yeah.
It's the expectation of that world.
Oh, no, yeah, I can't imagine. I honestly can't imagine it. We're so lucky.
Yeah. We also look well ish.
We are really lucky.
We are. I don't know if like because obviously back then you wouldn't have anything like newspapers, would you, or anything like. So like you say, gossip would be word of mouth, wouldn't it? So it'd
Yeah.
be
I don't
strange.
think there wasn't like police or anything either. Like,
Probably not. No. It's like
yeah, so it was crazy.
yeah, like free for all.
Free for all.
That's it.
Survival test.
Yeah. There you go.
Yeah.
That's why I would fail.
Oh. No, definitely. It's like Tudor Hunger Games. I don't think I would, yeah,
No,
do very well.
there's a TV show in that. Someone can have that.
Yeah. Oh,
Then, if you were stranded on a desert island with
yes.
three musical theatre soundtracks, what would you take with you?
Oh my God. I'm just thinking things on the top of my head.
Yeah,
I like quite epic numbers, so I'll probably say I've always sang Show Yourself by Frozen 2.
classic.
That's pretty epic.
That is an
Or
epic.
one that really hits the soul is No Good Deed from Wicked. And something happy, but also really cool with, I don't know actually. Satisfied by Hamilton.
Yeah,
I don't know. I'm just thinking literally what comes into my head and what I sing a
yeah,
lot. So if I'm on a desert island, I'll be singing these songs,
yeah,
definitely.
yeah. See, I'm feeling the theme though, because obviously you're the green character. You've mentioned Wicked quite a lot, so kind of there's a theme. There is a theme.
Yeah. I belong in the Emerald City, darling.
You do. That's next. That's next up.
I hope so.
That'd be amazing. But obviously, away from six, you do some dance teaching as well. Because obviously, I was on
Yes.
Instagram. How kind of rewarding is that side of your career?
Oh, I mean, in general, I feel like it comes with performing. I love to be able to share my knowledge and skills to others, and as well as being inspired myself, I love to be able to pass that on as well. Um, a lot of my students, they're non-performers. They have different walks of life, like lawyers, accountants, or whatever. So it's nice for them to come to me, being able to, I guess, escape as well. So it's quite similar to theatre in a way.
Yeah.
And yeah, it keeps me fit, it keeps them fit and happy. So I feel like it's a win-win situation.
Yes. You can thank one of my team writers for this next question. This is an obscure
Oh,
question. If you were a
okay.
biscuit, what biscuit would you be and why?
Oh my God, a biscuit. Oh, I've heard this one actually. No, I think two that came to my mind. Either a party ring
Yes, yes.
Or those I don't know if they do them anymore, but ice gems. They're
Oh,
like little
yeah.
biscuits with like
Oh,
colorful.
yeah.
I mean, anything with color and packed and lots of them. I feel like that's me. I'm just colorful and busy.
Yes.
So yeah, I think that's why.
And then what then keeps you inspired? Say if you're having an off day, what kind of gets your headspace back into the world for yourself?
Do you know what? I think in the world of social media right now, you're so exposed to seeing people showcasing their talents anyway. And when you see that, you're like, whoa, yeah, if I could only do that,
Mm,
that would be so cool if I could try that or something, you know? Or and also just people in my life inspire me.
yeah.
Yeah, like in my job, even randomly just walking on the streets, and if someone's wearing the coolest fashion, I'm
Mm,
like,
yeah. Like,
what?
yeah.
Yeah. So really, it's just my daily life keeps me inspired.
Yes. And then the deep question, what
Oh,
does theatre simply mean to you?
theatre. It might be weird to say this, but I feel like it's a part of me. Like it's embedded in my personality. I'm
Yeah.
quite, I love to entertain, um, to inspire, like I said. Um, and yeah, I don't know. I just feel like it's just me.
Yeah.
I've never actually been really comfortable in like articulating myself with words. And so I often struggle to express myself actually. So I feel like theatre allowed me well to perform that would be like a massive like outlet for me in some form of way. And yeah, it's just a safe space. It's a safe space where I can learn to grow, but also be accepted for who I am. This is getting really deep. So yeah, and I just love the fact that theatre is just such a magical world that is like that holds like an open door for absolutely anyone and everyone, and yeah, that share the same love for it. So
Yes. Beautiful. Beautiful.
ah!
There you
I
go.
should write a book.
You get another job. There you go. Further down the line.
Oh,
Then my
yeah.
final question is probably the easiest one for you. Why should anyone come and see Six?
Because you'll just come out feeling the buzz and it's vibrant and it's just fun. Like it's such a good time. Like you can forget about everything outside and just come in and experience, yeah, a great time, really. I think that's all I can say. I don't want to,
Yeah,
like
oversell.
spoil it for people. You just have to come and see it.
Do. So it's generally one of the most amazing experiences, like 80 minutes of pure like joy.
Pure power,
Yeah.
energy,
Oh,
roller coaster. And you come out like with hair up, like,
yeah.
what
Like,
just happened?
yeah. You want
Well,
to do it
that was
again.
great.
It's one of them shows you want to like want to turn around, like start it again, don't you, as well?
Yeah, it goes by so quickly because there's no interval
Yeah.
at all. And so yeah, it just goes by so quickly. It doesn't feel quick on stage,
No.
but I'm sure for an audience it's like, whoa,
Yeah. Yeah.
flash.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It does. Well, Tao, thank you so much for your time today. The show
Thank you
continues
so
at London's Vaudeville Theatre. It's obviously booking forever. It's never going to end, I don't think. So
much. Never.
never.